Matthew, obviously you've heard the news. Rocky Fielding fighting Alvarez, your old opponent. What do you think?
Yeah, it come out of the blue a little bit, didn't it? But Rocky's done fantastic. You know, when you looked a while ago, the defeat against Callum Smith, you know, it looked a hell of a long road back, and it was a long road back. But to become a world champion, he put in a great performance.
Now, I'm glad you said that, because I always feel like, I felt sorry for him. I felt he was a bit like Tyson Fury when he beat Klitschko over in Germany. Yeah. He never got the credit he deserved, because everyone said, instead of how good Rocky was, everyone said how bad Zeus was.
Yeah.
Or Zyger, however you want to pronounce
it. No, I prefer to look at the positives, really. Yeah, let's be honest. If you're fighting for a world title, that's who you want to be fighting, somebody like that. Of the champions out there, he was certainly one of the weaker champions, but he took the opportunity with both hands and he did a demolition job on the guy.
That's what I'm saying, it was a fantastic job. When you think, he had a shutout victory over Paul Smith only a year earlier.
Yeah, I watched that fight and I was quite impressed with him when he beat Paul Smith. So, although not... even though he's a world champion, not one of the better world champions, let's say, he's still a hell of a fighter. And like I say, Rocky went in there and did a demolition job away from home. So, yeah, you can look and say the champion wasn't this, wasn't that. I prefer to say, well, what a great performance from Rocky.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did, because that's what I feel. But I was a little bit shocked when it was announced that he was fighting Canelo.
Yeah, me too. Like you say... a huge step up, in levels. Canelo, looking at the fighters out there now, he's one of the pound for pound best, isn't he? A great fighter, not just a good fighter, not just an elite world champion, a great fighter. So for Fielding to get the opportunity to fight one of the greats, I'm sure he's getting really well paid for it. And at the end of the day, that's what we all turn professional for, to get in these big fights, to earn the big paydays.
Well, have you seen his journey over? I mean, they've had the photos took top of the Empire State Building, and they stood next to one another. The size difference is massive.
It shocked me a little bit. I mean, I know Alvarez isn't the tallest guy, but Rocky's a big guy, isn't he? And yeah, I was a bit shocked when I seen the size difference myself. When I first heard about the fight, I thought, oh, that's a tough night. But when you see him together, he looks a hell of a lot bigger, and that's the obvious advantage he's got going into this fight, is the size.
Well, I mean, they say it changes you, when you win a major title, and he's just won a world title. I often go into the gym, it's back of our office, so I'm fortunate to go in there regular over the last few months, and I've seen a massive difference in him. With his sparring, with everything, his training. He looks a different fighter now. Do you feel he's got a chance? I mean, I just spoke to your brother, and he doesn't feel like there's any chance. I know there is always a slight possibility in boxing, but he feels it's quite remote.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, we will see the best of Rocky now. Like you say, he's got that world title. I remember when I was fighting myself and I won the European title. You feel different about yourself. Your confidence goes through the roof, and you lift your game to another dimension, really. And that will happen to Rocky Fielding. I'm sure he'll be a much better fighter now. But I agree with Ricky. I hope I'm wrong. I really like Rocky. He's a great guy. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see any way he can win the fight. It's one of those sports boxing, you never know. It can only take one punch, but he's made of granite, Canelo, isn't he? Yeah. He's made of granite, so when the fight got announced, you're seeing them together and you're seeing the size difference, and you think, oh, and then when I sit down and think about it, as I hate to say it, I think he's got a pretty remote chance of winning that. But he's got to go for it, and good luck to him.
Right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Matthew.
No problem.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.